Hello everyone. In the last lecture, I have ended up to this part, and today we'll discuss plasma membrane part of the cell. What is plasma membrane? It is also known as cell membrane. It is outermost covering of the cell, and it is made up of lipids and proteins. Lipids are nothing but fat molecules. So your plasma membrane, which is outermost covering of the cell, is made up of fat and protein. Now this membrane is known as selectively permeable membrane. Why? This is known as selective permeable membrane. Now permeable, that means it can allow entry and exit of different substance through it. Selective, that means it allows permit of only some substance, not all. One of the things that it allow entry and exit is exchange of gases. Okay, so when oxygen is taken up by a cell, this oxygen is used in various cell reaction and CO2 is produced as a byproduct. Now CO2 concentration is more in cell, whereas it is less outside. So this CO2, it will go from inside the cell to out of the cell. Similarly, O2 inside is less and outside is more, so it will go from outside to inside. So gaseous exchange takes place in plasma membrane through process of diffusion. This process is known as diffusion. So what is diffusion? It is spontaneous movement of substance from a region of high concentration to the region of low concentration. That means if one of the substance is more in amount, then it will go from that part to the region where it is having lower amount. And spontaneous movement means it doesn't require anything to initiate this process. Like whenever you have this imbalance, you can see diffusion process over there. So one of the things plasma membrane do is exchange of gases. Second thing, it also allows movement of water molecules in and out of the cell through the process of osmosis. So osmosis is like diffusion only. It allows movement of water molecules from a region of high concentration to region of low concentration. But it requires a permeable membrane. Like diffusion, it doesn't require permeable membrane. Wherever you have this imbalance of concentration, it can start its movement. But osmosis, it will takes place only when there is a membrane and then imbalance of water molecules. These two processes are very important. Other than that, plasma membrane allows entry and exit of certain type of proteins and other materials. Now, difference between osmosis and diffusion. As I told you, osmosis, it happens only through semi-permeable membrane, and it involves only the movement of solvent molecules, not the solution, the whole solution. Whereas diffusion, there is no need of semi-permeable membrane, and it allows movement of both solvent and solute. Solute, which is in more amount, solvent, which is in less amount, but if their concentration is different, they will move. And diffusion, you cannot reverse osmosis, though osmosis can be reversed. Your RO system, purifier system, is based on this reverse osmosis only. Now to explain it more clearly, a very simple example I will give you for this diffusion. So let's say you have this particles, you drop a ink in a glass of water. Okay, so what you will see then? You will see that slowly it get mixed with water, and after a certain time you will see from when moving from here to here that this whole water get blue. Now here in this particular area, your ink concentration is more, and in other region it is less. So this ink will try to go into that area. So in like that way, it will keep on moving. The ink molecules, they will keep on moving unless there is equilibrium. That means an equal amount of molecules is distributed in this water. So this is diffusion. It doesn't, here you can see it doesn't require any membrane. Now example of osmosis. So this is your resin. Before putting it in water, when you soak this resin in water, after 1 hour you can see it become fluffy like this, turgid. because water enters inside this resin. So here its skin acts as semi-permeable membrane. So initially when there is no water, it is like this. When you keep this resin in water through osmosis process, water will enter into the resin, making it turgid. Similarly, almonds when soak in water, they also by the process of osmosis get puffed up in the morning. So these two are very simple process to explain you diffusion and osmosis. So plasma membrane, it mostly help in exchange of gases, exchange of water molecules, exchange of proteins and some other materials. Here it is important to know difference between osmosis and diffusion. Now the next is in plant cell, in addition to cell membrane, which is the outermost covering, in plant cell you have cell wall also, okay, which is not present in animal cell. This cell wall is the outermost covering in plant cell, and it is made up of cellulose, fibers, polysaccharides and proteins. Mostly it is made up of cellulose. Then it prevents cell from bursting. So it is rigid, it can withstand pressure of, so there are vacuoles present in plant cell. So and this plant, they require more water, they have more water as compared to animal cells. Now this inside plant cell, this water, it exert pressure on cell wall. So this cell wall is very rigid as compared to cell membrane, so it will help it to withstand that pressure. Hence cell wall prevents cell from bursting. Similarly, it makes the cell turgid and support the plant. It helps the plant to withstand against gravitational force. The next nucleus, that I will take in next class. Thank you.